Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Make yourself at home. I hope you're comfy.
Grab a cup of tea
Grab a
or
cup of
coffee.
tea. Strap on in. Hopefully, we'll have a little bit of fun. Please, the chat is open, so send us some love. Put some comments in there. Ask some questions. We'll try address them. You can pop some compliments in there. They're welcome. They might even get you another little bonus entry. That's a lie. That's a lie. It won't. But
Jack, don't give away too much.
yes. But yes, compliments, questions, comments. We love it. Make it pop. What I'm going to do, I'll share my screen with everyone. Lovely. How's that, Carrie? Can you see my screen?
I can, yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes. Thank you for the compliments. The beanie is a nice beanie. It's very hot. Don't ask me why I'm wearing it in this weather, but I did just come back from Colorado. We did a nice little fam around the ski resorts, and this beanie got its use. It was very much needed. It was very cold over there, but not the typical choice of attire for someone sitting in the Gold Coast. Awesome. So I'll assume most people are here, and let people dribble on in. But thank you very much for joining us today. This is our third and final webinar for our Ultimate USA FAM incentive. We're super excited to have you here today. My name's Jack Curtis. I'm the account manager for the Colorado Tourism Office. So I'll be telling you about all things Colorado, and I'm joined by the wonderful Carrie Nightingale. She is the account manager for the New York State Division of Tourism.
Hello, everyone.
Yes. Unfortunately, Belle from United could not join us today, so I will give you a little update on United. I hope I do them proud. But yes, we're going to dive into all things Colorado and New York State in our third and final webinar. We do have the chat open, like I said. Pop some questions in there, send us some love. Now, a reminder for everyone, it's why you're here. I'll touch on our incentive. We are running the Ultimate USA Mega Fam. Thanks to United Airlines, who are sponsoring the flights. Thanks to Brand USA and all of our incredible destinations here at Link Tourism that you can see on the screen there right now. We're offering you the chance to win a spot on one of two incredible famils. We have 10 spots in total. We have some spots awarded to the top sellers. We had a few random spots giving out as well. And then we have 2 spots for our webinar attendees, which is why you are here today. We'll be announcing those at the end of March. And so make sure you get your bookings logged. There's a QR code there. You can scan that. You can log your bookings. So you can log any return flights with United Airlines to the USA or any stay that is 3 nights or longer in any of our destinations represented there. So we've got Arizona, Colorado, we've got New York State, Anaheim, and Seattle. So if you've made any bookings lately since our incentive started, make sure you get them logged. We've got 2 incredible famils, and we want you to be a part of it. But you can't if we don't know that you're sending your clients to the US and our destinations. Couple of weeks to go. So where you'll be heading is one of 2 incredible FAMs that we've got going. We've got the first heading to Seattle, then down to Arizona, and then finishing in Anaheim. And our second famil is starting in Denver, Colorado. You'll head up to New York State, and then you'll come across to Anaheim. We'll all converge on Anaheim, and we'll all have fun together. So get them logged.
Have a party.
We'll have a party in Anaheim, thanks to Michael and the Anaheim team. So without further ado, we'll dive into our presentation. I'll kick us off with Colorado. I'll then hand over to Carrie. She'll let you know everything that's going on in New York State. I'll give an update on United, and then we're rocking and rolling. So best of luck.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Take it away, Jack.
Awesome. So like I said, my name's Jack, the account manager for the Colorado Tourism Office. Colorado is a state renowned for its diverse landscapes and rich history. We are an outdoor enthusiast's paradise. Today, we'll explore what makes Colorado So very special. I've got some day trip itineraries to show you. I've got some things to show you about our four-season appeal, and you really will discover what makes Colorado a top destination. But before we get kicked off, I need to show you where Colorado is. You need to know where it is in the US. As you can see, it's pretty smack bang in the middle of the US here. And due to its location in the US, it makes it a perfect place to start and or transit through on a multi-state US itinerary. We have got the majestic Rocky Mountains. We've got the Great Plains in our state. And Denver is our capital city. I'll touch on that soon. And we have Denver International Airport. That is how you would connect into our amazing state. We have great connections through all the major gateway airports, LA, San Fran, up in New York there. There's connections. It's one of the busiest airports in the US, which means it's very well connected. So Colorado and Denver are a great place to start or end your multi-state US itinerary. So like I said, Denver is the capital of Colorado. It's a very vibrant and dynamic city. It's got a rich cultural scene and has an awesome outdoor lifestyle. It's a very safe, clean, walkable city. It is located at the foot of the Rocky Mountains, which I'll touch on a little bit soon, and offers this blend of urban sophistication and natural beauty. The city boasts tons of museums, art galleries, has a very thriving culinary scene, but it's also a hub for sports enthusiasts. Now, we know that a lot of people traveling to the US are heading over there because they want to have a taste of the sports scene that the US has to offer. And Denver is definitely the place to go. We have over four professional sports teams. We've got the Denver Nuggets, the Broncos, the Avalanches, all very close to the city center. You can even walk out to the stadium. So heading over there, even if you don't manage to get a ticket to a game, all the bars are absolutely pumping when there's a game on. Denver loves its sports. And like I said, Denver is very centrally located in Colorado. So it's a great place to start any Colorado road trip, any Colorado tour. And I'll show you some of our day trip itineraries that we have on offer. So all of these locations that you see here are 90 minutes or less out of Denver. It's a perfect base for an array of exciting day trips that showcase everything that Colorado has to offer. So a short drive from the city can lead you up to the scenic beauty of Red Rocks Park and Amphitheater. It is a truly marvelous site. It is this naturally formed amphitheater within the Red Rocks of Colorado, and loads of world famous bands love going and playing there. So that is an absolute must do if you have clients heading to Denver. For those interested in the wildlife, the Rocky Mountain National Park is a 90-minute drive from Denver. You can see tons of wildlife here. I'll show you all about that soon. Heading down south, we've got Colorado Springs, and in Colorado Springs, we've got Garden of the Gods. It's a state park. It's absolutely unreal. It really does live up to its name of Garden of the Gods. So Colorado is a four seasons destination. Its appeal extends all throughout the year in every single season. In the winter, we're renowned for our world-class ski resorts. I'll show you a little bit more about those soon. Spring bursts of wildlife and wildflowers. In summer, it's perfect for camping and fishing. The mild temperatures through the state make it really nice to camp. Through the summer, it's not too hot. And then in autumn, we get this awesome full foliage, which you can see there in the bottom right-hand corner. So no matter the season, Colorado offers an abundance of activities for your clients. There's breathtaking scenery, loads of hiking. We just love our outdoors here in Colorado. So I'm going to take you on a little tour of our national parks. You can pop in the comments how many national parks you think we have in total. That map might give it away. Kicking off is Rocky Mountain National Park. It is the heart of Colorado's wilderness. It's just a 90-minute drive from Denver, like I said before. There's 415 square kilometers of breathtaking alpine lakes, towering peaks, abundance of wildlife. So it's an absolute must-do for nature lovers and adventure seekers alike. There's 480 kilometers of hiking trails, so you can hike for days. You're not going to get through it all in just a couple of days. It's absolutely breathtaking, and the wildlife spotting is unmatched. So we've got elk, moose, bighorn sheep, a lot of animals only found in North America. It's a year-round playground. You can go camping and hiking in the summer, or you can enjoy snowshoeing and cross-country skiing in the winter. Heading down south, we've got Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. It's one of Colorado's most dramatic natural wonders, as you can see by the image there. The park is home to some of the steepest cliffs in North America and some of the oldest rock formations in the country as well. So visitors can marvel at these sheer walls of the canyon, which plunge down about 2,000 feet below into the Gunnison River. There's hiking trails all around the park and some incredible scenic overlooks that provide some spectacular views of the rugged landscape. You can do rock climbing here. You can fish in the national park. You can stargaze at night because it's not polluted by cities and their lights. It's an awesome opportunity to see the Milky Way galaxy at night, a very popular thing to do when you're heading over to this national park. Heading down to our southwest part of the state, we've got Mesa Verde National Park, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site that preserves the ancient history of the ancient Pueblans. The park is renowned for its well-preserved cliff dwellings that you can see there. You can even walk through them. We do have some guided tours in the park as well that teach you about these incredible structures, and you can learn about the lives of the people who built them a couple of hundred years ago. And in addition to its archaeological treasures, Mesa Verde offers beautiful hiking trails around the park, and there's some awesome panoramic views of the surrounding landscapes as well. And our fourth and final national park, if you put 4 in the chat, well done. We've got 4 in total. And our fourth one is Great Sand Dunes National Park. As the name suggests, it really does it is big, great sand dunes. They are incredible to look at. They're the tallest sand dunes in North America and provide this very unique and surreal landscape, particularly in the backdrop of those mountains in the background there. Visitors here can hike, sandboard. It's a different type of slopes experience than what most people think of when they come to Colorado. You can sled down the dunes. It's really a fun experience. It's actually a bit more difficult than you would expect as well, but absolutely love it. Loads of fun. And it offers a diverse range of ecosystems, including grasslands, wetlands, and alpine forests as well. Really cool part of our state is the amount of dude and guest ranches that we offer. Now, these dude and guest ranches offer a very authentic Western experience that the US is known for. So, we have over 30 of these ranches that offer some unforgettable stays. They provide a glimpse into the cowboy lifestyle of the US American West. So there's activities that you can do at these guest ranches. There's horseback riding, cattle drives. They'll throw massive barbecues here. It's complete with tons of outdoor adventures. And the lodgings range from these rustic accommodations to maybe some more luxurious, comfortable stays. And they'll offer hearty meals and activities for your whole stay there. We do recommend booking for several days at a time so you can get the full experience and full itinerary that these lodgings provide. And they cater to families, couples, solo travelers, and they blend, relaxation with a little bit of outdoor adventure. Now, Colorado ski resorts are one of our most spectacular offerings. We have over 30 ski resorts throughout the state. What that means is that we're going to have a mountain and a resort that caters to every taste and experience level. So we've got resorts like Vail, which is world famous and is the largest ski resort in North America. It's got boundless runs for days. The mountain is absolutely huge and a very cool, beautiful European style village down below. We've got Aspen, which is well renowned as well. It's known for its glitz and glamour, awesome town, awesome infrastructure, 4 mountains with incredible terrain. We've got Breckenridge as well, which is very well renowned. Telluride down in the southwest, which is this awesome mountain village connected by a free gondola that heads up the mountain. You still need a lift pass, but the mountain down in Telluride and up in Mountain Village is connected by a free gondola, which is the only one in North America. And many of these resorts offer snowshoeing, tubing, ice skating, which means there's fun for the whole family. If you don't want to have a day of snowboarding, there's some other activities that you can do, and most of the resorts offer an awesome après scene as well. In addition to our ski resorts, we've got 29 hot springs, which are an absolute haven for people that have finished a long day of snowboarding or skiing or hiking and just want to relax and want to chill at the end of the day. You can relax, rejuvenate, recover, all amidst the stunning mountain scenery that Colorado has to offer. Some places like Glenwood Springs, Pagosa Springs, and Steamboat Springs have some of the most famous and accessible hot springs in the state. And whether your client's looking for something that's a bit more luxurious or maybe something that's a little bit more rustic and natural, we've got a hot spring that's going to offer that experience. So there is something for everyone. They're the perfect blend of relaxation and adventure as well, and lets people unwind after a day of hitting our slopes or going hiking. So we do have tons of Colorado resources. We've got some holiday guides. We've got one-page information sheets, which are very handy to have on hand. You know, they've got they're jam-packed with information that's easily digestible, and we've got loads of suggested itineraries as well, like the Colorado National Parks, one that I just ran through before. We've got a hot springs loop. We've got loads of itineraries. So if your client's into anything in particular, like a hiking itinerary or an outdoors or a food itinerary, we're going to have it for you. So you can access those resources on our Link Tourism website, www.linktourism.com/Colorado Tourism Office. You can also head to the colorado.com website as well. Loads of articles, images, inspiration. You'll be able to dive deep into all of Colorado's towns and cities as well. Again, my name's Jack Curtis, account manager for the Colorado Tourism Office. There's my email. You can email me at any time. I hope I inspired you to send your clients to Colorado. It really is a breathtaking state, loads of things to do. And yeah, if you've got any questions, please let me know. Right now, I'm going to hand it over to Carrie, who's going to share her screen and show you everything that New York State has to offer.
Thanks, Jack. That was amazing. I've been lucky enough to have been to Colorado as well, and it's just an awesome, awesome place to visit. So we're going to jump into something a little bit different now, and we're going to head into the fabulous New York State. So, alrighty. So, New York State, as Jack mentioned, my name's Carrie Nightingale, and I represent New York State Division of Tourism here in Australia and New Zealand. So we all know that we've got plenty of clients and we all know that we love heading to New York City, but I'm here to spend a little bit more time today on getting around the actual state and seeing what's on offer throughout the region. So first of all, how do we get there? We've got so many different options, obviously, to fly across to New York State. All the airlines, obviously, that head across from Australia and also New Zealand. New Zealand's services have absolutely increased a lot over the last year or so. So there's lots of opportunities heading into direct services with New York as well. Once you hit New York City, there's over 10 upstate airports that you can jump around on to get throughout the region if you have a short amount of time. So there's plenty of airports that will take you into some of the main cities within the region. And of course, New York's main airports is JFK, LaGuardia, and Newark. And don't forget, and we haven't heard about it for a little while, but Qantas is still talking about their Project Sunrise, which is still due to start in 2026, and they will be having a direct service all the way from Sydney to New York City. So that will be amazing, and that will open up the floodgates even more. So just a little bit about New York State. It's a very large state, actually, and to give you a little bit of an idea of the size, it's about, if you were to journey from west to east of the state, it's around about an 8-hour road trip if you were heading straight across on the interstate, and the same is around about the same from New York City up to the top into Canada. So you'll see the red area down there. The bottom is New York City. So in comparison, obviously, it's only a small part of the state. And that's why we're here to entice you a little bit more, and you'll get your clients into exploring a bit more of the region. Just a quick little hint as well. It's double the size of Tasmania. It gives you a bit of an idea of what the size of the state is. So I'm wondering whether everyone knows what the capital of New York State is. Pop it in the chat if you know. It can be a little bit tricky, but let me know if you know.
Hey, Carrie, I think we've lost your sound there.
Oh, can you hear me?
You're back.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm back. Okay. So, as Jack mentioned about Colorado, 4 seasons. You can head to New York City at any time of year for yourself or your clients. Obviously, there's some key times. A lot of people want to head there for Christmas and have a white Christmas in December all the way through February. Most of the times, you probably won't not always get snow over the Christmas period, but you'll certainly get it towards the end of January and into February. Summer is June and August. Obviously, it's quite a warm time of year, but it's quite a good time to travel as well because a lot of local New Yorkers, that's when they head out of town and they go on their holidays and vacations. So it can be a little bit quieter. Obviously, in spring, during March and May is a beautiful time as well, and then the leaf peeping time in through autumn. Now, New York State's actually you don't it's not famous for its leaf peeping, but because of the size of the state, as it runs up through the Adirondacks region, there is it's actually a longer period. You get a longer season for your leaf peeping as further than you do perhaps in the New Hampshire states right next door. So that's something to consider as well. So I didn't quite mention, but out of all those maps, the maps that I showed you, there's actually 11 distinct regions of New York State. So there's really something for everyone, depending on what you're looking for as you head outside of New York City. Changing. There you go. Okay, getting around the state, that's easy as well. So we mentioned about jumping on the domestic flights and heading into the cities, but it's a really good for self-drive. So the car hire option is a great one as it's quite a large state, and it really gets you around the state so you can see all the different areas as you travel through it. We've got some great train journeys. I get a lot of questions actually these days about Amtrak routes and traveling on the train. There's a lot of train enthusiasts, and New York State has got some really good things to offer as well. And of course, once you hit the ground, there's so many local activities, whether you're bike riding, you're horse riding, you're snow skiing, you're hiking. There's so many things to do once you hit the ground. And just a little tip around hiring a car. A lot of people get a little bit nervous, obviously, about hiring a car, perhaps in Manhattan and driving out of Manhattan. What we recommend is if you jump on a train, it's about a 40-minute journey from Central Station to get up to the Hudson Valley area, let's say Poughkeepsie, and that's where you can that's an easier access to hire a car. You don't have to fight those that terrible traffic getting out of Manhattan, and you're already on sort of regional roads, and it's a lot easier and sometimes cheaper to pick up a car from there. So that's just a little tip with regards to if you're doing some self drives. And talking about some road trips, we've got some amazing ones that crisscross the state, whether it's the scenic route that goes all the way through 4 state parks, lots of wineries. We've also got the Great Lakes Seaway Trail that stretches about 805 kilometres, and it connects all the way from the St. Lawrence River through the Great Lakes and down to Niagara Falls. And then there's the Lakes to Locks Passage as well. So that runs between Manhattan and all the way up to Montreal. And there's something amazing. You can head also across the and travel across the Erie Canal, which is quite famous, obviously, with its historic value. And you can even hire a boat and travel up on the Erie Canal as well. So I mentioned about the train journey. So there's some really good ones here. I've just put some examples of. One of the ones that the a really cool one is the Adirondack service. So that heads all the way you can go all the way from New York, all the way up into Montreal. So especially if you've got clients traveling across into Canada and they might be thinking of heading down to New York and traveling through New York State, they can jump on that service. It takes about 10 hours, but you can obviously get off and on off the train and head to some of the cute towns along the way, like Saratoga Springs, the capital, which is Albany. It's answer to my question from before. So there's some really good other ones as well. So definitely something worthwhile having a look at is the Amtrak train journeys. And there's the multi-state ones as well. Obviously, a lot of people want to combine not only New York and New York City with some of the other states like Washington, D.C., etc. So you can do that on the train as well. So I'll just touch briefly on New York City. A lot of you are very familiar with it. I'm sure you've all traveled there recently or, hoping to go there soon. There's lots of new things happening. The High Line you're probably familiar with has been extended So it now runs all the way down to Penn Station. So that's a beautiful walkway that runs on old rail tracks above the city. So that's a beautiful thing to do. There's a hip hop museum coming next year. Hudson Yards is a really cool new area down towards the bottom of Manhattan. So there's lots of cool shops and areas to explore down there as well. There's a couple of new things opening for the thrill seekers. There's something called the Beam, which is open at the Rockefeller Center, and it's, if you're familiar with that famous photo of the four workmen that hang out over the edge when they're building the skyscrapers, you can actually go out there and sit out there and get your photo taken. So that's something amazing as well. Not something that I'd probably do, but lots of people do it. So heading beyond New York City, that's what we're talking about. So this is what a lot of New Yorkers do for their weekends, and they've all got country houses and they all head up into upstate New York. So there's so many areas to visit, whether it's up into Long Island, up into the Saratoga and the famous for its spring racetrack. There's a beautiful Catskills region with wineries. And of course, some of you may already have been there, the Woodbury Common, which is up in actually Hudson Valley, and that's one of the big outlets there, the shopping outlets that you can access quite easily from New York City. So we've got adventure for everyone. You can go hiking up in through the Adirondacks region. This is the Ausable Chasm, which is amazing. There's rope bridges and zip lines. There's hot air ballooning in Ithaca. You can go fishing or for trout or salmon up on the Lake Ontario. And we've also got 50 ski resorts, which is something that's a little bit unknown for New York State. So it's an area that if you're looking or your clients are looking for something different to travel to, and they've done a lot of the ski areas, of course they will have done Colorado and they'll go there as well. But if they wanted to head up into New York State, there's over 50 resorts. Up in Lake Placid, that's home to the 1932 and 1980 Winter Olympics, and that's where you can actually go down the luge on the bobsled, where the actual Olympics, which is still operating today, and you can ride that fast adrenaline-seeking luge on the bobsled Olympic tracks. There's lots of winter activities, downhill cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, snowmobiling, and dog sled tours in some of the certain areas. And of course, for the nature all throughout the state, we've got the beautiful Niagara Falls. And looking at some of the stats there, 1.5 million gallons of water heads over the falls every second of every day. The state park is actually the oldest park in the US, and it's the only place that you can actually see all three falls from. So I know you can obviously go on the Canada side as well, but not being biased, but I think the New York State side is actually a lot better access and a lot better viewing. And of course, you're in around nature with the Letchworth State Park as well. So lots of things to see and do on the adventure side. Arts and culture, of course, you think of New York, it's famous for art galleries, and it's not only within Manhattan and within the New York City. All throughout the state, there's lots of outdoor sculpture parks that you can visit. There's lots of different museums. That image there is an image of the Bethel State Museum. So it's an ode to the history of the Woodstock music festival, which was actually held in Bethel back in 1969. And it's a really interactive museum where you can see a lot of the original clips, a lot of the original photographs, and it delves right into the history. So that's something that's really cool as well. And of course, you don't think about Broadway and musical shows and without thinking of New York City and New York State. So again, you don't have to just stay in the city. There's lots of different areas around the state that you can offer, where you can see lots of different music as well. Food and wine, everyone wants to experience the food and wine culture, and it's becoming a big thing on everyone's list of when they travel and what they can do and see. So New York State has got so much to offer. It's really becoming a serious food destination. There's over 20,000 diverse restaurants, home to some of the best chefs, as you can imagine, all throughout the state. There's some amazing wineries. Just picture yourself there. This is up in the Finger Lakes region, some gorgeous wineries. And we're the third largest wine producing state, and we've got over 450 wineries throughout the state. And of course, not just for the wine drinkers, there's plenty of craft breweries as well. And we've got over 500 breweries and lots of cideries as well, because it's famous for its apple orchards and cideries especially through Hudson Valley area. Accommodation options, there's lots to choose from. We've got everything from castles, we've got the glamping, We've got everything that's quintessentially America. You can imagine, like the cabin by the lake, sitting down, very family friendly, and of course the beautiful B&Bs as well, which is stunning. And that's really where you can get a taste of speaking to the locals, getting an idea of what's in the local area, and where to visit, and just getting some inside knowledge as well. So, as I said, lots of different accommodation options, very easily to book. So we recommend if you've got a little bit of extra time in New York City, we basically recommend, if you've got a short time to add on, maybe 2 nights only, why not head up into the Hamptons region, up onto Long Island. Now, there's actually a train that runs from New York City all the way up through Long Island. So it's called the Long Island Railroad. So that's very easily accessible as well. It's about a 2-hour journey, but that'll take you right up into the Hamptons area, where you can actually book a nice little boutique hotel, stay a couple of nights, or just stay one night, or you can even do it in a day trip as well. If you're looking for lots of culture and cuisine, as I mentioned, Hudson Valley. Hudson Valley is actually home to the Culinary Institute of America, which is very, very famous. A lot of famous chefs have trained there, and they call it the CIA, not to be confused with the actual CIA. And of course, you can head across to Buffalo and Niagara Falls. So this would probably, if you've only got a few extra days, I'd probably recommend jumping on a flight. The domestic flights obviously fly very often, and are really quite reasonable quite often as well. So that would get you across into the the Buffalo and Niagara area. Oh, we got another problem. Sorry, everyone. Oh, there we go. And I've just put in a couple of fun facts here. So did you know that the top left picture there is Thousand Island dressing, and it actually comes from the Thousand Island region of New York State. And on the right there is the famous buffalo wings. Now, buffalo wings actually come from Buffalo. They were first invented in a bar just outside Buffalo, which is still there today, called the Anchor Bar. And Jello is to be said to be originated in New York State as well. And those famous chairs you see all throughout the movies, they're actually called an Adirondack chair, and that they are from the Adirondacks region. And the guy who invented them and first came up with the design was based in the Adirondack, very hard to say, region. So next I've got a little video that hopefully will come through easily, and I'll give you a little taste of what I've been talking about. So plenty of reasons to head up into New York State. I did mention if you've only got a short couple of days to do some of those shorter itineraries, but if you've got 6 or 7 days, that's where I would really recommend spending that amount of time, so you can really get a good taste of what's on offer throughout the states. So we have a lot of tools and resources as well, itinerary examples. The I Love New York website is a really good resource point and research point as well. It's got everything to offer, but we've also got the linktourism.com/I Love New York website as well, where you can find lots of resources as well. So as I mentioned, thank you very much. Lots of reasons to head over to New York City and New York State and spend a bit more time and share that information with your clients. So thanks very much, and I will hand it back to Jack.
Awesome. Such a beautiful state. Thanks, Carrie. I think, as you can see, everyone, the US is so incredibly diverse in what it has to offer. There's national parks, New York State's got ski resorts, Colorado's got ski resorts. It's got such a good art scene all throughout the state, great culture. And we really want you guys to experience it for yourselves. And to get there, you can get there with United Airlines. So Bell has just told me that the travel agent fares have been extended and they are on sale now until the 30th of June for travel right up until March 2026. So we've got fares with United from $823 plus tax. And you can hop on United and get yourself over to the US. United fly into Denver. Denver is one of their major hubs. Like I said, it's one of the busiest airports in the US and is extremely well connected with United Airlines. You can get there from all the gateway airports and you get all over the US with United. It is a great experience flying with them. They are my choice of airline. I absolutely love them. So make sure you book some of these incredible fares, get yourself over to the US. If you are not part of our incentive, if you are, you'll experience it in a couple of months' time. So to finish us off today, I just want to say thank you very much on behalf of all of our destinations and partners. We are super excited to roll this incentive out. It's been a great couple of weeks. We've got a great response to this. We're not done yet, so make sure you still get your bookings logged. You can scan the QR code there. We've got those 2 incredible itineraries, Arizona, Seattle, Anaheim, New York, and Colorado. Getting you there is United, and thanks to Brand USA as well, who have partnered with us. So on behalf of Link Tourism, all our partners, thank you so much. Good luck. Can't wait to see some of you there. We're going to have a good time. And all the best selling the US.
Good on.
Bye
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for joining.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you.